Hello everybody and welcome to Food Wars Season 5, the 5th plate, Episode 3, anime review. Doesn't it feel like it's been a really long, well it has been a really long time actually. It's been it's probably been 3 months at this point. Jesus, that's a long time to wait. Completely forgot everything, but then I quickly remembered. Anyway, Episode 3 anime review. While I still think it's kind of weird, the Suzuki Sensei, aka Asahi, came kind of out of nowhere and he's just really OP. Like, I guess, but it's nice to, know his backstory. That's what happened this week, by the way. I've completely befuddled my intro. We learned his backstory, and basically, the stage is now set for the big old fight at the Blue. So that should be exciting. But anyway, let's crack on with this episode, see how everything went down and everything. Let's do this thing. We pick up where we ended last time. If you can't remember that, Erina has fainted. That's a thing that happened. Soma is about to face off with Suzuki Sensei, with Megumi as the referee. Or not the referee, the judge, I guess. So Suzuki Sensei says he wants the knife if he manages to beat Soma. And, Soma's like, I'm not going to lose. So that's fine. It's like, yeah, Soma doesn't lose too often, so he's playing percentages, so he's probably going to win. Not exactly how it goes, though. Cooking starts quick, Soma finishes like that, very quick, nice to see. That's not changed, I guess. He made a cheese charcoal thing, we're back to me not knowing food. They definitely said what it was, but I missed it, so there's that. And, they could do a big old explanation as to how they did it and everything. You know the drill. Suzuki can tell exactly what he's done, how he made it and everything, so that's, a sign of his skill as well. Soma put everything that he learnt from back home at the diner and here at Totsuki into this one dish. It's his magnum opus. And yeah, basically, Megumi has it and turns into a chav, like rapping and stuff. Not too sure what that was about, but I guess it's fine. Suzuki, what did he make? He made a very similar dish, except like there was a sauce different. Also, he stole Soma's catchphrase, which you don't do that without permission. He gave Erina permission, didn't give you permission. It's very different. You can't be doing that. Soma looks really worried. His eyes widened. He looks pretty terrified. Or narrowed, actually. Not widened. The opposite of widened. Narrowed. He looked genuinely worried. And I don't think he never doesn't seem worried often. So this was a change. Change has happened in Soma. Just to show how OP Mr. Suzuki Sensei is. Yeah, it's better than Soma's. It's literally an out-of-this-world taste and everything. So yeah, he wrecks them. I think it's them. Yeah, no, his dish literally incapacitates them at one point. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. He looks at Soma's knife and is like, actually, don't want it, man. This is like a level 1 version. I got the level infinity version of the same knife. Yes, that knife that he's got and he's using, Joichiro's knife, and Soma notices that and he's like, oh yeah, I'll beat up your dad, in New York. So that's a thing that happened. Soma wants another go. He's like, fight me again, and then he passes out because of how strong the dish was. That's the type of person that we are dealing with here. Also, his name's not really Suzuki. It's Asahi Cyber. Cyber, of course, being Joichiro's. Joichiro? Old name is what I'm trying to say. And then after Soma and Megumi collapse, I guess it's fair to say, Asahi carries Erina bridal style and then is like, I'm gonna marry you. And it's like, it's not exactly how it works. Luckily Erina, no means no, is basically what we're saying here. We go now to Erina exercising, which first of all, thumbs ups, exercise is good for everybody watching. Yeah, good stuff there. She declined the marriage invitation, but senses there's something there. Hisako, I feel like, was getting the complete wrong idea as to what she was talking about, but hey, that's fair enough, I guess. Dejima calls to say, basically, have you heard the name Cyber Asahi, which is, well, what a chance, we were just talking about, not a chance, what a coincidence is the word I'm looking for. We were just talking about it. Megumi is also talking to the Albinis about it, because of course Takumi is going to be in the Blue as well. Takumi's going to lose again, isn't he? He's going to get battered by probably Asahi. going to happen, isn't it? Soma's gone back home to his house? Diner, that's the word I'm looking for. Brief flashback of his mum. A lot of that in this section. I forgot what happened to her. I'm wondering if she's going to show up because... Well, I'll get to it at the end of this bit. Yeah, Joichiro's also there. They talk about Asahi a bit. Joichiro gives his backstory. Basically, Asahi was a student of Joichiro's that he met in an orphanage, and he got serious about cooking and everything. But then Joichiro left him behind to come back home and cook at the diner. So he reckons this whole thing is just Asahi's revenge on Joichiro, which is also why he went after Soma, because family bond, I'm gonna wreck all of you basically. Then, well, oh, by the way, this whole scene's going on. There's like a piano version of the first opening playing. That was kind of nice. Nice touch right there. Soma says, like, basically, I'll definitely beat him next time. And I'm like, well, you better, man. You probably will, with a bit of luck. Cooking contest right now. Let's go do that. We're not going to see that, though. That's ridiculous. We then learn his mum is called Tamako because Joichiro says it. And also we see a lot of flashes of her. She's definitely going to... She's not dead, is she? I can't remember, you know? Did she just disappear? Is she busy? It's been a while, I must confess, I have forgotten. But hey, her name was Tamako, so that's one mystery solved, I guess, which is a good thing. That's a very good thing, I presume. But yeah, Asahi, they reckon it's just revenge. There's a bit later on we'll get to, which, I mean, seems to imply it's not just revenge. He's on a certain quest to be the very best, literally, in this case. But now back to Erina with the 8 o'clock news. We learn Asahi is going to Blue as part of Noir. What is this Noir organization, you might be thinking? Well, it's an underground, underground cooking group. So they'll cook for like mob bosses and stuff. And they're like, it seems kind of weird. They're like an underground mercenary group, but they're chefs. That's kind of how I would describe it. So, for some reason, this group Noir has been invited to the Blue this time. Basically because the organisers, I guess, want the good side of the world and the bad side of the world to fight in an all-out war. I have no idea what I'm saying. So that's a thing going on. Hisako goes to look things up while that's going on as well. Who busts into Erina's room? It's Noir, led of course by Suzuki Zensei, aka Asahi Cyber. He introduces himself like, I'm actually Asahi, by the way. He basically says, if I win the Blue, you gotta marry me. And I'm like, it's not how it works. It's still not how it works. But because she gets baited into it, because he is like, none of your people stand a chance against me. Mwahaha, I am bad guy. And Erina is like, how dare you? I will defend the honor of Totsuki with my life. Your challenge is accepted. She just got proper baited there. Like, Erina, you're supposed to be smart, but you don't insult Totsuki. All the Totsuki students are like her children. You don't insult them, or she'll get very mad at you. So yeah, she accepts the challenge. He whips out this thing. I didn't see what dish it was. I don't think it's strong aroma though. And then it's like, oh crap, that might have been a mistake. How are you going to beat him? Because I can't think of how you're going to beat him. Because Soma got wrecked. So unless you're going to beat him, Erina, which no, because Soma's the one that needs the rematch. Oh man, how's he going to? I mean, I assume he's going to win. But the question is how. That's where we're at now. And then Soma learns that he's going to be in the Blue because Joichiro hears from Matey Boy, and then he relays it to Soma and everything. Yeah, Soma's hyped, of course. He's like, I'm going to beat Erina, I'm going to beat him, I'm going to win the Blue, I'm going to complete all my life's goals in one go. Which, hey, as long as you win, fair enough. But if you don't win, it's not fair enough. And then Joichiro is like, Soma, I'm going to tell you what love is now. Love is learning, be a good chef. You have to cook for someone. You know, you want to dedicate all your cooking to one person. That's how you become a good chef. And Soma's just looking at him like, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. So I guess we're going to get the old, he's going to be like, Erina, I'm going to cook only for you now. And that's going to translate roughly to I love you. Is sort of what I'm thinking is going to happen. I could be completely off the mark on this. Anyway, that was about the end of the episode. The only other thing was we see all the participants that we know of staring at the sky, being like, I will win the blue for my family and for everything. You know, they've all got their reasons, but there can only be one winner. And wouldn't it be funny if it was like Megumi? Like, the most unlikely... If Megumi wins, I'll pop out of my seat. That'd be awesome. She's not gonna though, is she? She's a sacrificial lamb. And we're gonna feel bad when she loses. And that's what's gonna happen. Anyway, that was the end of the episode. Glad Food Wars is back. Just, if nothing else, just to get to the end at this point. I'm not gonna say it's lost its luster, because, you know, there's enough time in between them. Took me a while to get back into this one, obviously, because of the delay. That's, you know, that's obviously not their fault. I'm not going to blame no one for that. Could have done with a little recap at the beginning, but hey, whatever. I guess you could also, if I was that bothered, I could have watched the previous episodes, you know, earlier. But you know, whatever. It was a good episode. Azar, he seems a bit broken OP at the moment, so hopefully he's not broken OP, it turns out. But this episode seemed to be like, oh, and he's got a quad bike, and he can do a backflip, and he's got a Nintendo 65, and he's got a pool. It just like seems like he's got everything at the moment, is what I'm trying to say. So hopefully we see a weakness at some point, because at the moment I'm not seeing a weakness. Oh, also he sort of, I completely forgot to mention this. He sort of said like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take over the good world and the underworld of cooking. So he wants cooking world domination, I guess, as well. That's also a thing he wants. So write that down. So yeah, that was the end of the episode. Kind of more clearly introduced our main villain, or villains, I guess. Noir are also probably going to be, the rest of them are going to be villains as well. So that's exciting, at least. I mean, it's just another tournament arc, isn't it, really? And, you know, tournament arcs, hard to make a truly terrible tournament arc. So, here's hoping this is good. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews. That would help me out a lot. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye, guys.